To ask the First Minister what the Scottish Government is doing to improve trans and LGBTQ+ healthcare.
First Minister.
Well, we are committed to advancing equality for LGBTI people. Everyone should be able to access the health care they need when they need it as part of that overall commitment to equality. As part of the remobilisation of the NHS, we are considering the impact of the pandemic on sexual health services and how we improve these further, and that includes, for example, widening access to PrEP. We are also working with NHS Scotland to improve gender identity services, including reducing waiting times, which I think everybody recognises are far too long, and that causes additional trauma and anxiety. And we will shortly be writing to the National Gender Identity Clinical Network for Scotland to ask them to review and update the gender reassignment protocol.
Gillian Mackay.
I thank the First Minister for that answer. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everyone a happy Pride, but we should always remember that Pride started as a protest. We've witnessed attacks on organisations such as Stonewall in recent weeks, with some particularly wild and untrue allegations. It shows just how far we have to go to make Scotland a truly equal society. Attacks like these cause great emotional pain and have to stop. Trans people are our friends, colleagues and family, and they deserve to be able to express their identity in peace. Will the First Minister stand with me to support trans people and agree that the current situation many trans people face when trying to access gender identity services is unacceptable, including typical waiting times of years for a first appointment, and will she give a clear commitment today that the Scottish Government will take the steps needed, including through providing funding and redesigning these services to make a person-centred, multidisciplinary approach going forward for trans people in Scotland?
First Minister.
Yes, in general terms, I do agree with all of that, and I absolutely stand here full square behind trans people in the discrimination and stigma and prejudice they face, and in the ongoing battle for equality, for which they have as much an entitlement as anyone else in our society. There are many things we've got to do, not least reducing waiting times for gender identity services, and I've already commented on that. But I think all of us have to also recognise that progress, unfortunately, in our society is rarely all one way. We always have to protect and continue to win and re-win the progress we made. I also would wish people a happy Pride Month. It did start as a process, and the organisation Stonewall, of course, was right at the heart of that, and to this day does very good work for people who rely on its services and its support. We don't have to look too far today, whether it's on LGBTI issues or around sexism and misogyny or racism, to see that there are many forces wanting to take us backwards, and I think all of us have a duty to stand up for equality, however difficult that may be on occasion, to make sure that our progress as a country continues to be in the forward direction, and that Scotland is a place where everybody feels valued and respected and able to be who they are. That's the country I want to not just lead, but the country I want to live in as a citizen, and I think we've all got work to do to make sure it is reality and not just rhetoric.